there, everyone. It's Hilary here, and you've signed into Wearable on Air. Today, we're going to be chatting with David Aubert, who is the General Manager at Philips Light and Health. But before we start the show, just quick about me. I am the President and CEO of HJMT Public Relations. We're a public relations and marketing firm. I have a bunch of blogs. I have the HJMT blog, where I write about marketing and PR strategies. I've got New York Lifestyle blog, where I just talk about New York and about me. I have a triathletesdiary.com, which is a blog for all of you out there who love to swim, run, or cycle. And I also have a show called Hilary Topper on Air on Blog Talk Radio, and that's primarily for small businesses. This particular show, Wearable on Air, I interview some of the top names in technology, and I hope you sign in every week. But if you miss a show, you can always catch us on technewsnow.nyc. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to David. Hey, David, welcome to the show.
Hey, Hilary, thank you very much for asking me to join to the show. Should I introduce myself first? Or?
Yeah, tell me a little bit. Give me a little bit of your background first before we get into the products that you're talking about.
So I'm the general manager of a corporate startup at Philips called Light and Health. Maybe you don't know Philips in the US. It's a diversified company and healthcare company. We are also active in lighting. We are based in Europe, in Amsterdam. We deal mainly with health system for hospitals, but also lighting solutions. And here with Light and Health, we bring together the two main businesses of Philips, building medical devices using light. And this is what is all about Light and Health. We started 5 years ago. I have my team around 30 person working in development, also manufacturing, quality regulatory, marketing, sales. And here we leverage a new technology, a light-based technology, and we try to integrate this in medical devices in order to provide treatment to patients. Of course, it's a medical device startup. So today we start with Europe. All the products I will show are not FDA cleared, but we got the certification for Europe, so we can sell in Europe. And all our products are based on clinical evidence. So before we launch a product, we do a lot of clinical research. Some of the research I studied already 7 years ago in Germany, looking at the benefit of light on the skin. And we've seen some interesting things coming from that fundamental research. We've seen, for instance, that blue light, when it goes under the skin, will stimulate a production of a gas everybody has in his body. It's called the nitric oxide, NO. And when you develop this in your body, you will dilate blood vessels, so you can increase blood flow. From that point, we launched a couple of years ago a product called the Blue Touch. This is a product that has been launched in Europe. So again, I have to mention this is not FDA certified, where we leverage technology called lead textile. So here, you can see it. All the leads are in a piece of textile. So you can have this patch, and this patch is weared with the use of a strap. You can wear it on the back, and it reduces back pain, muscular back pain. So it was the first product introduced a couple of years ago. But Philips, we are very strong also in skin disease. We have UV solutions to treat skin disease like psoriasis or vitiligo, a depigmentation disease. And by doing that, we work already a lot with dermatologists. And you know, UV is nice, but UV, if you have an overdose, you can develop erythema, so you have some side effects. Also, you can have also long-term side effects like skin cancer if it's not well managed. So we found it very interesting to look at different solutions to apply phototherapy with different wavelengths. And we started again clinical research and really fundamental clinical research, looking at what does light works with cells. And what we have found is, for instance, that blue light, which is in the visible light, help the keratinocyte cells to reduce their proliferation and improve their differentiation. It's a bit technical, but this is exactly what you want to achieve when you have a psoriasis. And psoriasis is basically a skin disease that is non-contagious, but it's chronic skin disease, where patients develop red plaques on arms, on legs. This is basically due because the skin is hyper-proliferating. And by applying blue light, you can reduce proliferation, which is very interesting. Psoriasis is about affects about 3% of the global population worldwide, and you have different stages. You may have some people having only psoriasis on elbows, on arms, on hands, on legs. These are the more mild to moderate form of psoriasis, and you may have also some patients having a large proportion of the body covered with psoriasis plaque, and depending on the severity of the disease, you may have different solutions. And what we see, for instance, is that UV light and you have biologic drugs works very well for severe patients. But for mild to moderate patients, people are more looking for solutions that can be applied at home. And a lot of these patients currently use creams, topical creams, like corticosteroid or vitamin D analog. Mm-hmm. And what we've seen from the study is that a lot of patients are just stopping after some weeks because it's not very convenient. It stinks. It sticks also to clothes. You have to imagine if you need to cream yourself in the morning, it's not like a sunscreen you apply on your skin. You have to apply a very thick dose of cream, and it takes quite a long time. And it's not very convenient. So we see from, sorry.
So what I was going to ask you is, when you use this technology, how long do you leave it on your skin? And do you have to use it every day? Or how does that work? Yeah. What is it, once a week, once a day, a couple of times a day?
Yeah, so we have developed that device. This is called BlueControl. There is I don't know if everybody can see that device. There is 40 blue LEDs on the device, and there is a sensor inside. And the device works like this. You switch it on. There is first a strap to fix the product on the elbows or the knees, and you fix it like this. I hope everybody can see that. Mm-hmm. Let's assume I have a psoriasis plaque on my arm like this. So I apply the strap where the plaque is. Then I switch on the device, but the device is not on because there is a sensor. The sensor will detect the presence of the skin. There is a fixation system, and once the presence of the skin has been detected, you will probably see the device now it's on. I can show you on different way. Now it's on, yeah. And actually, what we do we do here, we pulse the light. So we pulse at 200 milliwatts, and this is one of the knowledge we have at Philips, because of course Philips Lighting, we do a lot of lamps and a lot with light. So we are able to pulse the light, and what we have seen from the clinical trial we have done in Germany with around 50 patients is that pulsing the light at 200 milliwatts get better result at 100 milliwatts. So this is one of the interesting things we can do with a device. So
that's very interesting. So can anybody get this product, or is this only available in certain parts of Europe?
Yeah, so this product has been launched a couple of months ago, only in Europe, because we only carry the certification for Europe. This is a small logo like this. This is the equivalent of the FDA clearance, but for Europe. And today, this product is available in Germany, in Holland, in UK, and France, and we're about to launch in Poland.
Is this a product that's available for consumers, or is it sold through medical practices?
Yeah, in Europe, dermatologists are not able to sell, or it's quite limited. So most of the time, we work with distributors specialized in dermatology, because we think it's important to include this in the strategy, in the therapeutic strategy of the dermatologist. And then once the product is recommended by dermatologists, of course, we work a lot with patient associations and bloggers and social media to reach the patient. Once the patient is interested and has talked to his dermatologist about the product, this product is available online through our distributor. And you can buy it. It's around the 500 euros. So it's let's say a bit more than $550 probably. And this product will last for 3 to 5 years. So
wow.
So this is rechargeable. Here you can see very USB plug, so you can recharge it. And of course, LEDs are very long lasting, so it will last at least 3 years and maybe 5 years if you're a normal user.
Now, you were saying that this particular product is specifically for skin, but that you have another product that uses similar technology for back pain.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Oh, this was the first product we have launched on the market, Blue Touch, and it has been launched also in Europe. And because we use a lower intensity, we can integrate this in the form of textile, and which is very interesting, very flexible. And probably I don't want to be a lot in the technology, but if you look at that product, we deliver on average 200 milliwatt per square centimeter intensity. That product we will deliver 200 milliwatt in pulse, so 10 times more. So by doing that, you need a different form factor, but of course the technology evolves, and Philips Research is working a lot on the future technology, and we think that we can evolve in the future also the lead in textile technology, which is very good for having a wearable device on your body, of course.
Now, with BlueControl, it seems that I know a lot of people who have psoriasis or skin disorders, and they have it in various parts of their bodies. How would you suggest they would do this? Would they have to buy a few of these? Would they do, one part of the body first and then go to another part of the body? How exactly would that work?
Yeah. This is something we have been struggling a lot when we developed the product. The treatment takes 30 minutes, and so if you have a severe psoriasis, you should forget about that product, because this is really targeting the people having few spots on legs, on arms. But if you have to do 4 treatments, it's 2 hours, and during the clinical trial, we asked the first months the patient to do a daily treatment, 5 days a week, almost daily. And because we know we have a lot of problem of compliance with topical creams, we were assuming we should have the same problem. So we have asked the patient the second and the third month to reduce the usage of the product 3 times a week. We were very surprised to see at the end of the 3 months a compliance rate of 98%, which is quite amazing. And when we talk now with patients, the first patient using the product, they say, "Yeah, it's very simple. I'm carrying the product when I'm driving, or I watch TV, or I'm on the internet, and I can have the treatment. So because I have a lot of mobility, so of course you cannot take a shower, but you can do a lot of stuff." And if you look at, I don't know in the US, but on average, people are watching TV more than 2 hours per day in Europe. So yeah, you can have quite a lot of treatment doing that TV session. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, what have you seen the reception of the medical community? I mean, I'm sure they're embracing this, but just curious as to, are you finding any backlash to it, or are you finding complete embracement?
Yeah, I mean, it's about every new technology. You will see early innovators, and you will see people really do not understanding or do not want to understand the new technology. For years, we have treated patients with UV light, and suddenly we say, yeah, but the non-UV light works also for psoriasis. So it's quite a breakthrough. So we have to use clinical data published in scientific papers, highly ranked, to convince people. And in some cases, it's not enough. And some of the dermatologists want to try it. And when they see the first patient coming back with some result, and now they start to promote this. This is medical treatment. So we like every therapy, every drugs, you have non-responders. So here with our product also, and I think it's where we present that product to dermatologists, we say, yeah, it's a new product in your toolbox to treat patients. And if a patient is non-responder to a certain therapy, maybe it's good to use that product because it could work. And we have good clinical data to prove that. Yeah.
When is your plan to take it to other countries, including the U.S.?
Yeah, today it's too early to say when we will do. We have only 4 countries in Europe, and because of the certification for Europe, we can leverage and develop a rollout a lot of countries first. But the moment we get significant volume in Europe, yeah, we will start to look at the US. Of course, it's a very interesting market. Business model is a bit different. We don't know how to involve dermatologists. We have already some potential partners to help us. But yeah, today it's too early to say. I cannot say.
Okay. And do you think that, I mean, was it introduced in Europe because you find that they embrace wearable technology more, or it was just a strategic decision by Philips to do this, to launch it there?
Yeah, I mean, it's no, I cannot say that the wearable technology is more used in Europe. I've no idea actually. It's more practical. We started our research in Europe. We're based in Europe. What is very interesting in Europe is if you are a startup, you have a lot of small fragmented markets. So if you want to test a business model, and you may test in different markets, and then you may succeed or not succeed. But if you start with US, it's always a lot of investment, and if your business model doesn't work, you have lost all this investment. Why in Europe, it's yeah, if we compare, for instance, Germany, people are spending more out of pocket on medical devices compared to the UK. So it's very interesting to look at these differences, and this is, I think, a good region, Europe, to experiment and to test business models, and then where you're ready, you can scale up with big countries like US. Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing such amazing stuff there at Philips, and I really appreciate you being on the show. You know, you guys are the innovators, and I can't wait to see what's next. So I hope you keep me informed.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I want to thank you, David, and I want to thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. If you'd like more about this show, David, just tell us real quick where people can get in touch with you to get more information about either product.
They can send me an email at david.aubert, AUBERT, @philips.com.
Okay, great.
And then I will reply to them. Yeah.
Terrific. Well, thank you again. And if you want more information on this show or any other show, check us out at technewsnow.nyc, or you could check out hjmtmedia.com. Thank you very much for signing in, and we hope you have a great week.
You're welcome, Hilary. Thank you very much.